Hi, good evening. I'm going to call this section Days Out because most of my heavy drinking started when I was in central London, and there's some funny stories in here. It's a very, very serious subject, I know, but it just brings back some memories. I'm going to take you through one particular scenario where I was quite new to the job I was doing in central London, and we decided to have a trip to France. So we got a coach to Calais from London, 6 a.m. I don't know why we got a coach, but never mind. There was drink available on the coach, so 6 a.m. we started to drink. Obviously got the ferry over, the bars and they're open, as you know, on the cross-channel ferries. So we drank on there and then got to Calais. Some of the crew went and got some duty-free stuff and whatnot, but the rest of us just went and found bars and had a bit of lunch and then drank most of the day, well, all day actually. We got the ferry back around 6 o'clock at night. So we'd obviously been drinking for 12 hours, straight through. Drunk on the ferry on the way back. It's only a short crossing, about an hour or so, isn't it? By that time, a lot of people were a little bit worse for wear. There's about 50 of us, all pretty responsible jobs actually, but I'm not going into that. So we got back the other end, got back to central London about 8:30, I believe, and a few of us decided to go to this works club that we used to have, which was subsidised beer, till 11. And then we decided after that to find a nightclub. It was actually called Rheingold. It was a strange place. Had a load of old guys playing, not classical music, but some sort of strange jazz music. But it was frequented by a lot of different characters, shall we say. So we went there until about, well, as they used to call it, throwing out time, about 3 a.m. So by that time we've been drinking for 21 hours. Then we found this place we used to stay now and again. Had some more cans in there till 6 a.m. until the underground train started around, it's about 5 o'clock, I think then. Got the train from 6 a.m. back to where I lived. By that time, my wife had, at the time, thankfully gone to work. So I decided then to meet up with somebody else who I knew and have a few cans. It was a lovely bright morning, a summer's morning. And then by 11 o'clock that morning, we decided to go to the pub. So about 6 o'clock at night, I decided I had enough by then. I just couldn't get my eyes open. But I wasn't falling over anything. I wasn't causing any trouble. I wasn't being a nuisance as far as I knew. So that was 24, well, 36 hours, wasn't it? And that wasn't unusual. I mean, I can remember it well, but that was a mammoth session. God knows how much I had to drink. I wasn't in a mess. I managed to sleep it off eventually, but felt terrible the next day, obviously. Dehydrated and hadn't had much to eat and all the time. So that just shows the sort of level of drinking that I was doing in my early 30s. So I was talking to my mother the other day about this, and she didn't realise how much I was drinking. Well, nobody did actually, just me and a few close friends. But it can easily creep up on you at that sort of rate because I used to think, because I had a day off, I used to think, well, I've got to reward it and just drink as much as I want. But I mean, that's madness, isn't it? 6 a.m., 6 a.m., and then drink again at 6 p.m. It just doesn't bear thinking about. And there were other occasions, we had other days out, or mammoth sessions like that, where we'd be gone for 2 days. And I always remember where I went. I didn't, a couple of times I blacked out in Epping Forest, but that was just day sessions. But I always remember that I'd been to Manchester on a train or something and come back. I was always in the doghouse when I got back home, obviously. But it just I seemed to enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't enjoy it. But it soon creeps up on you, and eventually it will become problematic. But I think maybe I was extreme end of it. I don't know. I've heard other people put videos out here of how they've been arrested for various things, or they've woken up on, on trains to Scotland and wherever, and they've had complete memory loss. This sort of carry on, but I didn't get to that stage. But it certainly didn't do me any good. And just be careful what you're doing. If you want to start getting sober, it's never too late. I think, as I say, it might have been an extreme case, but I didn't touch any spirits, didn't touch any wine or anything. It was purely lager, but I think it was just the quantity at certain times and the regularity of it, and not allowing my body, the system, to have a break, to be fair, because it never had a break, did it? But I shall have some more stories to post for very soon. And the days out were just, at the time, magnificent. But now when I look back, I have regrets, but you can't turn the clock back. It's just an experience that I've got to live with and learn from. And now I'm sober and I'm happy and everything's good, and I've been given a second chance. So if you enjoy the channel, please subscribe and share any videos you want to. If you've got any comments, just drop them in the comments box, and I'll speak to you all soon. Maybe do another one in the week about day out number 2. I've got about 20 of them at least, all different places but similar patterns. Long days of drinking with various incidents. Obviously, I wouldn't mention any names or specific places, but you get my drift. I'll speak soon.